Awesome. Welcome back, everyone. We are back on the battle cam, ready to enter the Temple of Sabella. Thank you again, everyone watching and everyone donating. We are doing a great job supporting the Dragon-Fall Foundation. Your support really does go a long way to help a lot of people, and a lot of people do need help. Hashtag 2020. Let's jump back into the fight. The party is now entering the first layer of the temple. As you peep through the blasted out hole, you can see a few points of interest. Barricades lined with sharpened swamp logs embedded into the stone floor block your path forward. On the ground between the barricade is like a pit of jagged crystal formations that are extremely hazardous. Lurking in between these points of the room, you can see a handful of those red-scaled kobolds waiting to ambush you, not smart enough to realize that you also see them. Let's go ahead. Yes, you did get a long rest. Don't forget to make sure you update your characters there. You're going to need all your spells and abilities to get through this temple. Bum, bum, bum. So let's go ahead. Is there any other preparations the group wants to make before getting involved with these cobalt guards?
I'm going to stand back on the ground.
As we're approaching, I definitely would like to get a detect magic ritual in place and concentrate as I'm going into this first room.
Absolutely. And Kyle, you said you were kind of hanging outside the hole, ready to.
Yeah, put that in mind.
Awesome. Cool. Octavius, BB, Alabaster, anything from you? You see a fight incoming.
I'd like to look as scary as possible, so I'm gonna don my helm, which is just very frightening in general.
Nice. Octavius, don't forget your Holy Avenger. It also deals damage against dragons, kobolds falling into that category.
Oh, cool. And everybody within 10 feet of me will have advantage on saving throws against spells and magical effects.
Hashtag Holy Avenger. Excellent.
Before we enter and I kind of gather everyone around. Friends, we are about to enter a dangerous space, but fear not, for some of you will most certainly survive. While you may consider yourself to be weak and small of stature and lacking in ability or propping yourself up on the achievements of your circus or entertainment endeavors, as an attempt to make up for your lack of personal achievement, that is not necessarily true. You could achieve great things, my friends. We could all achieve great things. And I encourage you to be courageous in this coming trial. I believe in you, my friends, with all of my heart. I believe in most of you, and we will emerge. Some of us will emerge mostly victorious from this event. And in that speech, I cast motivational speech. So everybody gets 5 temporary hit points and has advantage on wisdom saving throws for the next hour. If you are hit by attack, it has an advantage on the next attack roll that you make. Once you lose your temporary hit points granted by the spell ends. Okay. So as long as you have some of that temp HP, advantage on wisdom save, and if you get hit by attack, you have advantage on your next attack roll.
Arliss, it really feels like Alabaster is one-upping you on these party buff spells. You got anything to come back at him with?
Just you wait. Just you wait.
I pat Arliss on the arm, and I look at this. It's a door, right? It's not literally a hole in the wall.
No, it is literally a hole in the wall, like a blasted out hole from the stone. Like bits of rock and earth are around where the hole was punched out.
Is there, I'm happy to roll a perception check for it, but BB's looking for the sneakiest way to get in there, because as she'll say to them, she's like, after the first hit, and when I just get him that first time, after that I get real scared, and I'm not as good as hitting them and killing things.
Yeah,
I gotta do it
I just simply say, BB, just allow me. I am normally not quite so brave, but just for you, I will do something here to distract them that shall allow you to get into the room completely undetected. And then
Okay.
Ooh.
Arliss is going to, knowing the kobolds are there, Arliss is just going to walk in and say, so I'm going to be doing just minor illusion as I step into the room, and I'm going to just completely like change my face and like just look like terrifying and start. I shall reap your souls and dine upon thine bones. And I'm just making the biggest racket that I possibly can and like darking out the area around my head within that 5-foot cube and making my face look completely ridiculous.
Holy cow. Is this a spell, or are you intimidating?
I am trying to intimidate with this.
Excellent, excellent. The kobolds will be caught off guard by this intrusion, as they were suspecting and anticipating a full-out fight. They did not think this horrific skull-faced creature in the darkness would taunt them. They roll a, let's see, a 4, 6. None of them roll above a 10. They are all feared. As they drop their javelins and spears and all run to the various corners of this chamber, Arliss, you open up the path for the group.
All right.
I want
And
to
then
sneak
and then I just look behind me and start
scary
like
face.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Arliss. As you gesture to your companions that the room is ready for the taking, everyone go ahead and roll initiative. The kobolds are going to
Damn.
roll at disadvantage because of that fear. They got a 2. Anybody above a 20?
22.
22, Alabaster. Great.
Shout out to Talon and Claw for their fantastic dice.
Man, yeah, I got to get me a set of that. Okay, 15 to 19. Okay, 10 to 14.
And for Ka.
I got a 10.
Okay, 5 to 9.
A gentleman's 8.
Arliss, how'd you do?
a better gentleman's 3.
Oh.
Ooh.
Alabaster, you walk past Arliss first into the room. Ka, you're on deck.
So I walk in and we see what, 1, 2, 4 kobolds? Is that what I'm seeing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kobolds, 3 on each side.
So I walk in and I will move up to the left, that left square to the center of the glowy thing in the middle.
Okay. So there are the wooden barricades there. We'll move your
yes,
miniature
yes.
right in front of them there. You'll have to either like jump over them, maybe like shatter them, or you can just walk through them to take some damage.
I'll if I can jump over them, I'm excellent at jumping. I will do that.
Awesome. Yeah. Alabaster, make an athletics check. You use those satyr hops.
Yeah, I got a thing for that.
Got a thing
Mirthful
for that.
leaps. So mirthful.
Oh, mirthful.
How
How
7
mirthful.
athletics.
Yes, please.
Oh, hold on, it's cocked. Ooh, so 7. I can roll a d8
Nice.
and add that because I'm making a jump. Okay, so 14.
14. Yeah, you clear the spiked barricades as you land on the stone ground. Boom. We'll say that take 10 feet of your movement speed to pull that off. What would you like to do?
I'll just kind of, as I said, kind of move up more towards the center of the room. I'll look over at the kobold there in the bottom left from my perspective, and I'll just say, surely this is the best you can do with your life. Is it not something more you could achieve, a greater ideal you could aspire to? And in doing so, I will cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Awesome. It
Wisdom
makes
save.
a wisdom save. It rolls a 9.
All right, so that fails. So it takes a 1d4. Let's
Here we
see.
go.
Ooh, a 4.
That
Takes
is 4 damage.
Yeah, 4 psychic damage and disadvantage on next attack roll.
Disadvantage won't
Oh,
matter
actually,
because
sorry,
the
I'm at
kobold
5th
is
level 2d4. Hold on.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
It takes 6 damage. Thank you.
It's dead. Very, very dead. As you see like brain matter ooze out of its ears, your vicious mockery turning his pea-sized brain into mush.
Some people are only intended to be interns, I'm afraid.
Savage. Excellent. Okay. We'll move to Ka, then BB.
I'm gonna move into the doorway.
Okay.
Can I still fire from there? Or is the obstacle?
No, yeah, you can fire through the obstacles as there's plenty of room and gaps in between them. In fact, for you, it's actually kind of like a barrier to protect you as well, considering your small stature. You've got kobolds scattered throughout the room, cowering in corners, feared from Arliss. Do you want to call your shot?
Sure, on the far right bottom corner.
Awesome. Far right bottom corner. Excellent.
Can I see that guy?
Yeah, you've got a line of
Okay.
sight on him,
Okay.
just
Yeah.
past Arliss.
First attack. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
8 damage.
8 damage, drops the cobalt dead to the ground. An arrow in his back. Fear, the last thing it will feel before it's dead. You have your second attack, right?
Yes, top right.
Top right, we're calling 8-ball corner pocket. Make the shot.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
Only 3 damage.
3 damage, almost enough to kill the cobalt, but it does stay standing. The arrow piercing through the back of his knee. Anything else, Ka?
I'm gonna move one. No, I'll stay.
Awesome. We'll hang tight. BB, it'll be your turn, then Octavius.
All right. So I said I wanted to enter the room sneakily. I don't know if I would still get a surprise attack if all my friends are not sneaky, though.
I think you will, because these kobolds are so feared and scared, they're not paying attention to anyone entering the room. They're like their
Sweet,
backs
sweet,
are
sweet, sweet.
turned to you guys.
Cool. Is there one that hasn't taken, or none of them have taken a term in combat yet, right?
Correct. Yeah, they rolled last, so you've got the jump.
Cool. Let me just do some major overkill on whichever. DM's choice.
Boom.
All right. So daggers, advantage. Oh wow, that's a 2 and a 4 on the die. I missed with my first one, I'm assuming. Although,
Well,
2
no,
and a
what's the
4,
roll?
that's still a
Cobalt?
10.
A 10.
Yeah, it's a
10
10.
misses.
Yeah, that, I
As
figured.
as you stab, the cobalt just ducks out of its fear, falls prone. to the
Offhand
ground.
21.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll get in there.
Okay, awesome. So let me just get my 10d6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So much dice for
6,
such a
7,
small
8, 9,
kobold.
10. I forgot to show y'all my dice box on the intermission, but it's pretty good setup. I have it like taped to my desk because I need so much dice. Okay, and also 2 of these d4. So the stab itself will be 4 damage, and then that'll be 12, 17, 20, 25, 28, 30, 37 damage for
Stop,
this.
please. Please stop.
You stab him so hard, another one dies.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me, I'm sorry. I lost myself there for a
Like
minute.
Drax. Drax and Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy.
Exactly.
Overkills kills the cobalt. It is dead on the ground in cobalt meaty chunks.
Oops.
Excellent. Anything else, BB?
I guess I will bonus action, just feel ashamed about myself and hide.
Roll it.
She has
Kobolds
a lot
have
of mixed feelings about her
advantage with
assassin life.
They roll
19.
a 7 to spot you. You are hidden. Octavius, your turn, then Arliss.
Can I jump over this barrier on the left?
You'll need an athletics check to do so.
I'm willing to endure some pain if I miss it. It's a nat 20.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you jump over it, and go ahead, take advantage on your attack roll as you come in, Link style down onto the cobalt.
I actually want to pick him up and just shunk him on the barrier.
Oh no.
Like, because I'm extra scary right now.
Trying to keep up with BB's evisceration, you won up the ante. Make your attack with advantage since the kobold is feared.
Okay, with advantage, that is another nat 20. The other was a 3.
What is wrong with you? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you do exactly what you described. Pick up the kobold in one hand, hold the barrier steady with the other, and just shish
Bob.
right through. His heart beats for its last beat on the tip of the spike as it leaves his body.
And then do I still have my other attack, or does that take both my attack actions?
No, you got both attacks.
Okay, I'd like to throw my trident at the one in the corner above me.
There it is. We're waiting for the second throw. Third throw.
And I have advantage because it's frightened?
Correct.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's a 15.
15 hits.
All right. So that is 9 damage.
9 damage kills the kobold.
Yeah, I want to pin him to the wall.
Shink.
And that's my turn.
Excellent. There is still one kobold left, scared in the far corner. Arliss, can you take it down?
I bet I can. And so I am going to fire an Eldritch Blast. I'm only going to use one because I like to conserve. Use one first, and then we'll see if I need to use another one. So that is a 20 on the die.
Oh my God.
It's for
I
a
don't
27.
want to play with you guys anymore.
Allegedly.
Screenshot. I'm going to screenshot it right
Yes,
now.
please text me the screenshot 20s.
I will. I
to
got
have
it.
a
For the
record.
crit on a poor fucking kobold.
Yeah, so that's like 19 damage.
Yeah. Do you want to flavor the kill?
Absolutely. So I still reeling from the illusion of the skull face, demonic visage that it was frightened by. It turns to see after all of these fireworks are going off from the other combatants around it. It's getting more and more scared, more and more frightened that it's about to meet its end, and it kind of tries to run out of the room, but it runs right into me, sees the skull face, bends down to its knees, and then I just take my rod and tap it on the forehead, Eldritch Blast, and it dies.
Boosh. That is a group of dead kobolds. They were not expecting that to happen. That's for sure. As you all kind of now take in the room, it's a rather chilling structure. Large geodes of crystals are forming on the walls, coming out of the floor, encasing the entire structure. You can see these geodes are like rapidly growing and expanding and popping up in new places as the corrupted gem is starting to fill the temple with this crystalline magic. If you stay here too long, you might get trapped with it. On your left, like in the top left corner, you see a ladder going up to a closed trap door in the ceiling. You can assume that is the level to the next area of the temple. In front of you, there are 2 doors, both made of wood with iron bandings for support and are closed. One next to the ladder, one on the opposite corner. What would we like to do?
Everyone all right?
It may have been innocent, but they got no chance to speak.
They do not.
I'll awkwardly step over the pile of mush that was the kobold that I engaged. And I think BB actually wants to, because she's sneaky, she wants to climb over to the ladder and just open the trapdoor a little bit, just to see what's in there. Very sneakily,
Sure.
very, very sneakily.
BB, I imagine you going up this ladder is like those carnival games with the rope ladders and you have to get to the top and ring the bell. As you go up the crude wooden ladder, you try to open the hatch, but it's locked. And you do see a keyhole latching the trap door shut. You'll need the key to open it.
I'll climb back down and I'll be like, we need the key to open it. So if anyone sees a little key that looks like it'll fit up there, that'll come in handy.
And as you look over the kobolds' bodies and rubble, you do not find any key. It must be hidden somewhere on this level of the temple.
Is
I
what
cast
BB
knock
says
on
in
the
a
door.
completely different voice.
Give me the flavor.
I say, as everybody's looking around, I just kind of walk up and I say, there, you don't need to obstruct justice any further. And I tap it on the door, and you hear a loud, and it opens, right? It just does.
It just opens, bypassing the second half of this level of the temple. We can now jump straight to the next tier, if you like.
Watch
It was
watch
loud,
it get to the
right, though?
final battle.
Oh,
and, I
it
have no
was
spells
loud.
left.
It
Yeah,
was
it
loud.
was loud, yeah.
Yeah, a big like unlocking sound carries, echoes throughout the temple as Alabaster turns around, smiling as he's opened the way forward. Excellent.
I'll be like, well, in my experience of sneaking, when you make a big sound like that, maybe we should like wait a beat and then go and look.
Yeah, to be honest, you've probably killed us all with your infernal racket. I mean,
Oh, I'm
you
so sorry. I
no,
didn't mean
I'm
to,
not.
Arliss.
Trust me, BB. I am not speaking of you when I'm talking about. I am talking about the Colonel right now because
The halls of
The
justice
Colonel.
echo with the sounds of glory, and glory cannot be tamped
yeah,
down.
glory gets killed.
Hey.
Alabaster. I'm really telling you. You know, there are ways to open doors without magic. I mean, you could just try like opening it. A lock could have been picked potentially, but let's just alert the entire place that we're on our way. That's fine.
I'll
Hey,
look at Ka and
in
be
the
like,
in the spirit of full
Boys.
disclosure, Alabaster just saved you from like a gauntlet of magical traps and mechanical traps to get the key. So
And
Now
do
I'm so
you think
curious.
that
The depth
Arliss
of his
cares
sacrifice will
about
never be
that?
fully understood.
Do you
I'm still
honestly
trying to
think
get in the
Arliss
room.
cares?
No, I don't think Arliss cares, but maybe the rest of the group gives him some praise. So
They'll never know my sacrifice.
that's true. The sacrifice of a spell slot. As you make your way up to the second floor of the temple, you kind of have to filter out around this like tight corner. The ladder to the next floor is on the opposite corner of where you're standing. Rob will move it in a second. There are large walls in the center of this floor that obscure your vision heavily, so you don't really know what is here. Again, more crystalline formations coming out of the wall, floor, and ceiling provide hazards if you get pushed in or near them. Now, Alabaster did alert the rest of the temple that you were entering this level of floor, so it's safe to say you should be on guard for whatever horrors might be here. What would you like to do?
Do we hear anything?
Make a perception check, BB. How'd you do?
14.
14.
It was Caw, by the way.
Ka, yeah,
It's okay,
sorry.
man. It's okay.
Sorry. Ka, you kind of like run between your companions as you kind of lean an ear around the corner. You can hear a soft, deep breath kind of beckoning from around the opposite corner. You recognize that breath to be a large, one-eyed creature that is standing guard to the level above.
I holds up a hand to everybody and
As you all can now hear the Cyclops breathing, waiting to make the first strike.
Can we get a visual approximately where the Cyclops is? Sorry if I missed it.
Yeah, no problem. So where the ladder is,
Oh, okay.
he's kind of hanging around, presumably behind that wall. But obviously you can't see him because where he is, you can't see.
Cool.
I'm
BB's
as
just
soon
gonna-
as as soon as I know that Cyclops is there, this is when I am going to cast mirror image on myself.
Awesome. Yeah, Arliss, as you start to duplicate yourself with magical, oh my God, that's amazing. Total sidebar, we are only $100 away from the $1,500 mark on the donation pool, which again would unlock another tier of giveaways. So if we can jump to that spot, everyone will get another chance who's donated to grab some sweet, sweet loot. With Arliss's multiple aberrations now around him, what we'd like to do, how do we want to proceed forward?
BB, you were
wants
gonna
to
say something.
flatten. Oh yeah, thank you. BB wants to just like drop to the ground and flatten herself to the ground, and she wants to like crawl up to that wall and like peek around the corner.
Okay, make a stealth check.
I do that. I am very, very stealthy. That is an 18 plus 6, 24.
18. So as you get to the wall on the opposite side of where you're standing, you peek around. All you see, BB, is the massive, sweaty, hairy underside of a foot of the Cyclops coming down to stomp on your head.
Doesn't even fit. He's so big.
He is so big. I think you can like dump him in the corner somehow. Yeah, just put him up like that. That's good. Sabella makes him live in tight quarters as like a, I don't know, intimidation tactic.
He's real good with that one eye.
So not only did the Cyclops roll a nat 20 on his perception check to spot you, BB, he rolled a nat 20 on his curb stomp attack to try to squish your head into pulp.
Oh, hi.
All of you hear the loud cracking of BB's skull as she takes a whopping 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'll just casually, uncanny dodge that.
Smart. Drop it to 11 as you're now prone on the ground, your head throbbing from the large stomp against you.
Oh, hi.
You do have advantage on your next attack now because of my motivational speech.
I have noted that. Thank you.
You think as blood drips out of your ear.
The Cyclops now takes a great axe in his hand, holds it in both of his clenching fists, and roars loudly. Let's roll initiative. That damn knock spell, Andrew. You got me with that one.
It's going to come down to me wishing I had one more spell slot.
I mean, Arliss might have given you a good hard time, but Adam is like hungry, so like he's really great with it. So
I'm thinking of you.
Well, hey, you just get to miss out on the fun spell traps. More combat. Woohoo! Anyone get 20 or above? Okay. 15 to 19.
16.
17.
16. Sorry, was that Arliss with the 16?
Octavius with the 16.
Octavius with the 16.
14 for Arliss.
And then BB, you had a 17?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
14 for Alabaster.
14 for Alabaster. And then Ka, how did you do? Ka?
Oh, 6.
6. Gotcha. In the rear with the gear. The Cyclops rolled a 19. He will be going first. He is going to make another stomp attack against you, BB, as you're still prone on the ground.
Baby, no.
He will hit you with a 19 and stomps on you for 8 points of bludgeoning damage. He will then like kind of walk the long way around into the center of the room, take his axe.
Attack of opportunity. Oh wait, no, uncanny dodge.
Yeah, you use your reaction to uncanny dodge. You see now as he stands in the center of the room with his great axe in hand, the handle of it is bent at like a near 90-degree angle. He takes it and throws it as it boomerangs around the exterior of the room, targeting each one of you except for BB since she's prone on the ground. So that worked out in some respect, right?
This
The
is James McAvoy and Wanted.
This is not physically possible.
No, it is in D&D. It is.
Whoa, ho, ho, it's magic.
Ka, you'll get hit with a 14. Arliss, you'll get hit with a 14.
But it's not really me if I roll high.
That's true. Go ahead and make
And
your
I
illusion.
did. So it hits one of my duplicates and it poofs out of
Poofs.
existence.
Can you make only 3 duplicates on your screen now, or is that too much?
I think it breaks everything if I did that.
Okay, don't do that then.
We'll stop.
Alabaster, you miss, or the attack misses you as you duck low. Octavius,
Depth perception, my dear boy.
it goes a long way. The attack will miss you as well as you parry it with your trident in hand. Okay, let's see here. Damage coming in. Ka, you will take 7 points of slashing. Arliss, 8 points of slashing. And that's it.
I shouldn't take that though, right? Because
Oh,
the
yeah, my
duplicate-
mistake. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
got it.
duplicate popped it. So just Ka taking the damage there. The boomerang great axe falls back in the Cyclops' hands as we move to BB, then Octavius.
Ow, that hurt.
You have 2
And
large
I'm-
footprint like imprints in your face.
Wish I still had my bear mask. Okay. So I guess already has seen me, so all of my assassination stuff is moot. So I am going to use half my movement to get up, and then I'm going to go and attack him with an quarterstaff two-handed and
Excellent.
just try and bonk him in the eye.
Now you close in the gap, making your attack with your quarterstaff.
And roll with advantage. So that is going to be a 16 to hit.
16 hits against the Cyclops' thick
Woo.
natural armor.
Okay, cool. So because I have advantage, I still have my sneak attack, and then that is going to be a 1d8. And yes, 1d8 here.
Incoming, as you all hear a loud like thunk as you hit the Cyclops like right on the funny bone with the sneak attack.
Yes, that is going to be 16 points of damage plus 19 points of damage.
Awesome. As
And I didn't want to get right up, just as a note, because I have a 15-foot reach with this quarterstaff. I'm staying like back and just trying to like jab it in the eye with my
yeah,
quarterstaff.
we'll move you back there. Yeah, as you keep that distance, your head still pounding. Octavius, it'll be your turn, then Alabaster.
Oh, and I will also bonus action take the dodge action.
Awesome.
Oh wait, no, sorry, not the dodge. The hide action back behind that wall. I
Okay,
guess.
go ahead and
Somewhere.
roll it real quick. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're hitting.
That one will be a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you are hidden. Ain't no thing.
I disappear into the wall like Homer Simpson into the bush, kind of thing. Yeah.
Octavius.
Is Alabaster really on deck? Because we both rolled a 14, and I mean I know that he just gets all the advantages in life, but I want to inquire about that.
Okay. Well, what's the deck scores? I think
My dex is
Alabaster.
+3.
Yeah, I think he had the higher one.
Okay, I mean there are other ways to be good other than dexterity.
Maybe. Okay, so me.
Octavius, then Alabaster.
Okay.
I look back and see the two of them bickering. Roll my eyes in my plate mail and march out to see the Cyclops. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Wrathful Smite as a bonus action onto the Holy Avenger. I'm gonna run forward at him and make my strikes.
Make your strikes.
Okay, so the first one is a 26 to hit.
That'll do, pig. That hits.
That +9 is appreciated. So that is 10 slashing damage.
Excellent.
And then because of my Wrathful Smite, it's going to need to make a Wisdom saving throw. And it will also take another 1d6, 5 psychic damage.
It rolls a 14 on the wisdom save.
Okay, that is my save, so it succeeds. It is not frightened, and I would like to attack it again.
Man, it's more than the Cyclops could hope for on a wisdom save as you make your second attack roll.
Now that is a nat 20. I'm sorry. I almost said a 19 just to make you feel okay.
Hey, I'm glad you guys are having fun, you know. Octavius, you come back on the second swing from the Wrathful Smite, still feeling that motivation from the first swing. You deliver a critical wound right to the Cyclops' gut.
And I would like to Divine Smite.
Why not?
So the base is 20 slashing damage, and then I dealt an additional 3 with my Divine Smite, which will now be 6. So 26 damage. I rolled a 2 and a 1.
6 damage. Wow. The Cyclops kind of like stumbles back a bit from the combined smite and the 2 smites really that you delivered onto him, but he is still standing bloodied and more enraged than ever. Anything else, Octavius?
I will say, I'm going to poke at your eye with my trident very shortly.
Alabaster, it'll be your turn, then Arliss.
So I surveying the scene and noting Arliss's general uselessness, I look over at where BB is. I can see her from where I am. No.
Yeah, she's like half hidden behind that wall, out of the Cyclops' sight, but in your sight.
I run over to her.
Sure. Yeah, you dart across the back end of the encounter area there next to BB.
And I kneel down and I place my hands on her and I cast to cure wounds, and I say, "Come now, we need you. We need you for this." And I will cast it at a what level are we on out of this dungeon?
This
Second
is the
of 4?
second of 4.
Oh, come on, y'all. Adam's
I will
hungry.
say that BB doesn't look too hurt. She's
Oh, I
scratched
remember you
up, but she didn't.
Oh,
look too
you took
bad.
uncanny dodge, right?
Yeah.
I note
Yeah.
all this.
I
as
also love that you're crouching down to heal the 6'6" bugbear hiding behind the wall.
To be fair, I'm 6'2", so I feel like it evens
yes,
Well,
out.
of
they
course.
cut your toe, right?
Well, in that case, running up, I notice she's not as bad off as I might have thought, and I quickly on the fly change every plan I had about life, and I tell her, "You can do this. I believe in you more than I believed in anyone in the last 20 minutes." And you can take a bardic inspiration die of 1d8.
Oh, that's nice.
That's Bardic Inspiration goes a long way as we just hit the 1,500 in donations.
Woo!
Excellent. Thank you,
Nice.
people. Awesome support coming our way. The foundation thanks you as well. Keep an eye out in the chat for more of those giveaways. Awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Travis in the chat. Thank you, man, for bumping us over.
Awesome. Travis is the man.
Shout out to all of you.
Shout out to everybody, every single one of you. Bless you. Hashtag blessed. So I do that. And you said the Cyclops is bloodied.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. I say that to her. I stand up, I peek around that corner, and I take my cane and I turn the gem at the top and I pull it, and you see a blade start to come free, and you hear, "No, Allie, not right now." And I sheath it again, and instead I say, "You're a big dum-dum and nobody likes you," to the Cyclops, and cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Is that another wisdom?
It's a wisdom save.
He rolls a 10.
Yeah, fails. So it takes 1d4 psychic damage, 2d4 actually, because I'm level 5. That's a 7 psychic damage and disadvantage on its next attack, I think.
Oh man.
Yeah, disadvantage.
The Cyclops is not having a good time with this. As he grabs his free hand, puts it on his forehead, kind of wailing around at the crude thoughts implanted in his mind. We will move to Arliss, then Ka.
Okay, so Arliss is going to just step around the corner there, back to it though. Rod kind of around it, starts glowing, fires off a couple of Eldritch blasts, knowing that it is going to be far more damaging than what Alabaster just tried to do there. So that is going to be an 18 to hit.
An 18 hits.
And a 23 to hit.
And a 23 hits.
Ooh, big money there. So 14 damage plus it's going to be 12 damage. So 14 and 12 is 26, I believe.
26 as the Cyclops get blasted.
So the purple fireworks again, and then as soon as it smashes into the Cyclops, it's got to look like it hurt worse than whatever Alabaster just did. And so then Arliss is going to just look over and nod his head and wink.
Nice. Alabaster, as you see the impressive performance from Arliss, he gives that sarcastic wink over your way. Ka, we'll turn to you, and then it'll be the Cyclops.
I will move to get line of sight, but behind, not in front of him.
Of course.
Yeah. And fire at him.
As you line up the shot, as it's stumbling from the Eldritch Blast and the unbelievable swings of Octavius' sword, you fire.
14 to hit.
14 hits just on the dot.
For 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Awesome. You take your second attack as you see the Cyclops is literally now hanging on with a sliver of life left. Your arrow like went through his palm that's like on his head, and now it's like pinned and stuck there.
25 to hit.
25 hits.
I take careful aim at his eye for 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. He had 7 left. Ka, take the killing blow. Describe it to us.
She pulls back the bowstring and says, "This is for my friend BB," and she lets go right straight towards his eye.
And Octavius, you hear the sound of like jelly mushing from the arrow hitting his eye, as that sound like makes you think of the oysters you were slurping not too long ago. The Cyclops like falls down on both knees, drops his boomerang great axe, keels over to the side, one arm flopped over his body. It is dead.
Octavius, surely you're going to take the eye, right? You've heard that it is a delicacy that is super rare in these parts.
I agree. I will take and eat the eye right now. I told him I would poke it out, and I am a triton of my word.
Octavius, as you slurp down the jelly mash eye, like using the arrow as like a shish kebab stick, make a Constitution saving throw.
It was worth it. It's a 2.
A 2. You throw up the eye. It wasn't properly seasoned at all. And a little bit of like Alabaster's gross, cunning words like siphoned out with the eye as you ingest some of that too. You are going to take 2 points of damage from the
tangier than I remember. No worries. That eye only hurt me 2 out of 44 of my entire life force.
Octavius, as you're throwing up next to the dead Cyclops, you do notice a key dangling from its waist.
Amazing. And since I was hurt and I had those temporary hit points, I do get that reactionary attack, which I will stab the eye on the ground angrily, and then I will take the key.
You grab the key as it is a perfect fit to the hatch door to the 3rd level.
And Arliss is talking in his pocket at this point in time. I really don't feel bad when I do this. I mean, like, the world is a stage and we're all just players. I mean, and it's all just amusement. Get off my back thing, Carver.
I turn to BB and I say, here, maybe next time we will not knock on the door and make the ogre angry. Or excuse me, Cyclops.
It was real mad about us being here. I got a big footprint on my face here now, but
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
oh, that's all right. Can I hold on to that piece of string again? It just makes me feel better.
Yes. I give you the string, and then I say, I actually can lay on hands if you would like me to heal you.
Oh, if you would like, I just wanted this little piece of string.
Lay
Well,
on
I haven't
string.
used it at all, so I feel like I should use it.
All right, let's hold pinkies.
Lay on Pinky. I give you however many you need. I have 25 total.
Oh, okay. I could use if I was gonna go up to my full thing, I could use like 14 of your pinky powers.
I give 14
powers.
Pinky powers.
It's a very awkward mating ritual indeed. Thank Carter. I don't know.
And naturally it is lay on hands, so it's accompanied by "Oh," as that happens.
As our pinkies gingerly touch.
Excellent.
And at some point when my wounds are done closing, I'll also go over to Ka and just be like, hey, this is my lucky string, and I heard you dedicate that kill to me, so you can hang on to it for a little bit. Don't tell Octavius, he might get jealous. He wanted it for later, but you know.
Sarah McLaughlin song playing in the background as I heave another eyeball.
Awesome. With the lucky string passed on, the lay of hands cured, you all can make your way up to the next chamber.
Arliss makes sure that he helps his duplicates up the ladder.
One at a
Yes.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
They help you or you help them. No one can really tell.
Yeah. I mean, it's me. It's all me.
As you are ascending, of course, these rooms are getting smaller and smaller, tighter and tighter. This chamber reflects just that, as you guys are now a little more shoulder to shoulder. Inside this room, you see a closed metal gate locked down into the ground. No obvious way of opening it. Above the door, written in crystalline letters, is the name Sabella. To the far left corner, top left corner from where you guys are looking, you see an altar. On the altar, you can see a brass key just kind of lying there. Behind the closed gate, you see the ladder up to the next level. What would you like to do?
I wonder who Sabella is.
As you say that, you hear a voice call out to you, Octavius, and you look around and eventually focus your attention on the closed iron door. Very Cheshire cat style, a thin, long, smiling mouth appears on the door. White teeth with thin gaps are the only facial feature that appears, and the door is now talking to you. Oh, well, you speak the word of my master. Oh, yes, she is a great creature, very kind to me and all of her minions. You should be so lucky to be blessed by her. Tell me.
I will tell you that thinks she is an utter and complete fool.
Oh, if I had a hand to put over my chest, I would. Those words are so vile. Goodness, how can you carry yourself in such manners in the presence of my great master? Well, a very talkative crowd, I see. I don't get many visitors, but hopefully the ones that do visit would care to carry on a conversation.
Do I see a keyhole on the door?
Yeah, as the mouth appeared, you do see a small keyhole now underneath it.
BB's not good at talking to anyone, including Cheshire cat doors, so she is trying to crouch and hide behind Ka this time.
So obviously I am the best at conversation here. Far better than anyone else whose name starts with an A.
Oh my god.
And so obviously that being the case, I should be the one to represent us while talking with this door.
Junior attorneys deserve their chance. Please step forward while I take a
Oh,
question.
in that case, if it's about being junior after you, sir.
Oh, well, that's fine. I walk up and I cast knock on the door.
Jesus. Knocks.
As you cast knock on the door,
Fuck you.
The spell, kind of like coats.
It's not going to work
over
out.
it. The mouth disappears for a moment and then reappears laughing at you. Oh, such meager spells won't get you this far closer to my master's lair.
As that's going on, I'm trying to lift the brass key with Mage Hand off of its perch there,
Sure.
and I'm floating it towards the keyhole in the door.
Yeah, Arliss, as you lift the brass key and it's now floating across the chamber, every inch that it floats, a duplicate key is copied and bounces off it. And from that duplicate key, more duplicate keys bounce and copy off of it. And now that whole corner is starting to fill up with cloning, copying duplicate keys. And they just keep popping, keep popping, keep popping.
But
like those
since I am
GeoCity
holding,
sites where you would have like the mouse cursor trail just like following around, and
since I'm holding the one though telekinetically, am I
Yes.
still aware of which one was originally there?
Oh, absolutely. You
Okay.
still have the original key.
Okay,
And
I'm
it
gonna keep
gets
floating it.
Yeah, it gets to you. And at that point, you guys are now like, top of your foot level in these brass keys. What do you do?
Except for Ka, she's like, up to
Yeah,
herself.
yeah. Ka, you actually feel the keys starting to like cut against part of your bare skin or where you have like thin clothing. The keys
She
still
has bare skin?
copying.
So I'm just simply going to walk up to the door and try to use it.
Yeah, as you try to put the key into the lock, it's very clear to you now that it is a false lock, and the illusion of the lock just disappears as you're putting brass key into stone wall. The keys still copying now. Everybody will take 3 points of slashing damage as random brass keys are just popping and like cutting and getting in your way. The mouth on the door speaks once more. Oh, goodness, you've now triggered the key trap. Good job. You should quickly open the door to ascend to the next floor so you can get to safety. Otherwise, you'll drown in keys.
See what you did, Alabaster?
do I believe I'm ignoring Arliss? Do I believe the door when it tells me that we need to hurry up on out of this place?
Make an insight check.
Ka's gonna climb up on BB again just to make sure she doesn't get like knocked over like a wave.
21.
Excellent. 21. Alabaster, yes, you do sense that the key is being truthful, that you could certainly drown and get cut up by these sharp brass keys if they fill up the room. Ka, as you get on top of BB's shoulders once again, you are reminded of the word Sabella carved in the crystalline formations above the door. Well, like I said, you should quickly open me the door so you can get to safety, though I don't know how I open. Hopefully you can figure it out.
Sabella, 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 Sabella.
As you start clapping Sabella, Arliss, nothing happens. Keys still duplicating. Everyone will now take 4 points of slashing damage. The door says, "Oh, yes, you chant the name of my master. What a beautiful name. Please praise her."
Sabella
Arliss,
seemed nice.
Arliss, make an insight check. The door talks to you, BB. Yes, of course. Sabella gives all to us here in the swamp. A very kind creature if you've made favor with her.
Dirty, filthy 20.
Dirty, filthy 20. Arliss, it is very clear to you that the password is in fact Sabella, but it is not you that needs to speak it. It is the door itself that needs to speak the password.
Oh, I know. When it was talking to me about your master, I couldn't remember. Like, what is her name again? Because she is just a complete fool. But I just, for the life of me, cannot remember what she was called. Wait, what was it?
Oh, of course. Many people forget her name, which is why it's carved just above me. You can read it there. Everyone takes 2 points of slashing damage as more keys get copied.
Arliss, what are you trying to achieve over there? We are getting slashed to ribbons over here.
I cast the suggestion spell, and I just to the mouth. If I think it is susceptible at all to magic, I simply say, "Speak your master's name," and cast the spell.
The mouth kind of like flattens from its smile, opens its like perfectly chiseled teeth, and just says, Sabella. And the gate opens. Influenced by your magic, Arliss, keys pour out into the smaller chamber. You all can quickly make your way up the ladder to the next floor.
It was a great use of that magic.
I do
Very
recall somebody
intelligent.
telling me that magic was not necessary for the opening of doors.
It wasn't magic.
I
Arliss
just
is the
talked
best
to
at
them.
conversations.
Yeah, I am the best at conversations. I remember saying something about that.
We are keeping score, but we won't say who's ahead.
I've got tallies behind the screen. Don't you worry. I'll follow up with you all. As you all make your way up to the final floor of the temple, you are jam-packed stuffed in the small chamber, a wooden ladder on the opposite side. All you can see is gold, jewels, gems, precious stones, a hoard worthy of any dragon nestled inside this chamber. The trapdoor above you is not locked, ready for you to pass through it. Are any of you interested in pocketing some of Sabella's
I mean,
treasure?
just hear me out here, everyone. This is a pretty big realm, but I mean, there are other places to live in the Forgotten Realms. I mean, you know, this really could be a great start to a new life. I'm just saying we should weigh options.
What are the odds that if we grab one of these coins, it will sputter into many coins and kill us, and we have to deal with another door?
If only we had
Octavius-
experience of somebody in this group grabbing an item unnecessarily.
As
ended
that's
up hurting
happening,
us.
I'm mage handing up some coins.
Are
Shakes
you
her head
just
and
like
climbs up.
Arliss?
BB.
Yeah, Kaz halfway up the ladder.
Yeah.
Arliss, are you picking up the coins and like dropping them, or are you putting them in your pockets?
I'm mage handing them to where they belong in my pockets.
Okay. As you put them in your pockets, nothing happens other than you collecting like 10 gold pieces.
Once I see that happen, I scoop up as many as I possibly can. I am easily the last one up the ladder.
Sure. Does anybody else want to hang around and score some sweet gold?
I'm gonna whisper up to Ka as we're going up the ladder and be like, "You're the only gold coin treasures that I need.
Aww.
Our friendship is the real gold coin piles of treasure."
God, there's like a little high five from behind.
I poke my pinky into your high five.
Octavius, Alabaster, any gold for you two?
I have a priceless sentient sword. I think I'm good for today.
I simply stand in the corner, kind of tapping my hoof annoyedly, like, "Are you quite done yet? Can we make our way?"
I mean, listen, this is a finder's fee. I have a circus to run. So you're not going to make me feel guilty about an action that is completely reasonable in this circumstance.
Oh, I can't make you feel anything, my friend. Your feelings are purely a construct of your own behavior.
Can you
and
even
I'm sure
climb
they
up
will-
this ladder with those hooves?
I jump straight up through the opening.
Excellent. As you all make your way out, Arliss, you easily pocket the tidy sum of 500 gold pieces, spending like a reasonable amount of time doing so, being last up the ladder. As you all break to the exterior of the temple, the magnificent but now corrupted gem of life floating above. Arliss, you feel a weight, a heavy weight coming from your pocket. Stealing treasure from Sabella's hoard leaves you cursed as you leave the chamber with it. While the gold is in your possession, you will be under the influence of the Bane spell, using a D4 to decrease your attack rolls and saving throws.
Do I recognize this, or is this compulsory?
Make an arcane check.
Uh, 17.
17. Yeah, you recognize this, definitely. The gold is cursed.
Okay, so then I'm just talking to my pocket, and I'm just, Oh my goodness. All right. Start shoveling this out while I see what else is going on over here. I'm just asking Fang Carver
Yeah,
to drop
as
the
you're
gold.
as you're dumping coins over the edge of the pyramid, you all look up at the cursed stone standing on that top level. Before you can even crawl up to it, you once again hear that familiar cackle. As Sabella reappears at the top of the pyramid underneath her cursed stone, she looks down at you all. She says, "You have done well to make it this far. Even with the holy weapon in hand, you will be no match for the powers that I have just unlocked." As she floats up to the top of the gem, touches it, all you hear is like gold coins being thrown out of Arliss's pockets. The gem like fuses into Sabella's back as you see her transform once more into a dragon. But this time, with the full brunt of the gem's magic, the top of the pyramid is shattered as a large sapphire dragon erects from the top of the pyramid, its glistening blue wings hovering over all of you. She lets out a deep, magic-filled roar. Roll initiative.
It's dope.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and just ask, what came first, this story concept or that mini?
The story concept, but the mini did help drive it, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
I will also point out everyone should have advantage on their first attack after the inspiring speech that someone in the party gave.
Who was it? I can't remember.
I don't, you know, it all runs together. All the inspirational speeches that one person
And just
gave. they all
look at the score.
mesh.
Okay. Anyone roll a 20 or above?
Wasted my nat 20 on initiative, but that's a 28 initiative for whatever
Hey.
it's worth.
Excellent. No, that's not to waste. You'll see. Anyone
Assassin,
else?
that's good.
Anyone else in that range?
19.
19. Okay. 15 to 19. Anyone else? Okay. 10 to 14.
14.
Octavius. 5 to 9.
8 for Ka.
8 for Ka. And Arliss, how'd you do?
1 to 2. 2 with a natural 1, if that matters to you.
No, that'll be fine. So with the nat 20, BB, you are going to get a free action and then initiative combat will start. So it'll be free action and then your turn. Real quick, so you guys are battling on the exterior of Sabella's pyramid. Standing on the top row that you're currently on puts you within melee range of the dragon. To go down or up a tier, you'll have to make an athletics or acrobatics check if you want to like move about up and down on the levels. With that, BB, give me your free action, then we will start the combat.
Would you call this like a surprise round?
I will say like you're moving while she's monologuing and transforming. So you're getting that free action in before she's like full powered sapphire dragon.
Cool. So she's not surprised. She knows we're there. I will still get advantage on this. So first attack will be a 23 to hit.
23. I have to double check. That hits.
Oh, good to know.
Gotta
Good
double
to
check
know. Second attack is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 hits.
Oh, okay. We're feeling out some of those here. All right. So both of those hits. So that's going to be 6 plus 3. So that's 9 damage plus 3d6. That is going to be 16 plus 9 damage. So 25.
Gotcha. BB, you notice as you deluge your barrage of surprise attacks, the solid sapphire form of the dragon is highly resistant to your attacks. Your daggers like scrape across its precious stone body. Octavius, make an insight check.
It is a 10.
Octavius, the Holy Avenger is like vibrating in your hands almost violently. It's basically communicating to you like, let me at him, let me at him, let me at him, as it wants to attack the Sapphire Dragon. Octavius, you realize that a blow from that weapon will weaken Sabella to your allies' attacks as well.
All right, I like this.
That will be important. BB, your damage still goes through, though some of it is nullified, resisted. It is now your turn as we start combat. Sabella, fully formed into the Sapphire Dragon.
I mean, I'm just gonna do it again. I'll be like, oh no, I forgot to go for the jugular. That's when my attacks didn't work. And here we go again. Oh gosh, just throwing dice. All right, that is gonna be a 13. Won't hit, I'm assuming.
13
and
misses.
25.
25 hits.
So that'll be 3 plus thank God for the sneak attack damage. 3 plus 15, so 18 total.
18 total as you scrape and scratch the Sapphire Dragon's hardened body. You're still proud of the attacks you did, but it is roaring with rage. Anything
My 2
else?
tiny daggers and this giant magic crystal dragon. I'm just like, is this where your jugular is? Is this your card? What's happening?
I don't understand. Do you want to move at all, BB, or stay where you are? You're on
I
the
would
right-hand side
move,
there.
but now I'm scared of Ka being up against this giant dragon thing, so I'll stay where I am for now.
The Sapphire Dragon will now take its turn. As it opens its mouth, it unleashes its debilitating breath attack, capturing all of you perfectly in a large cone on this side of the temple. Each of you will need to make a Constitution saving throw as a pulse of high-pitched, nearly inaudible sound consumes your senses.
Would you say this is a spell or magical effect?
This is an attack. It's a breath attack. So unfortunately, not a
It
spell.
was worth a shot.
It's rooted deep from the natural
Magic.
I appreciate the persuasion attempts.
A natural 20. That's fine.
Oh, okay, Mr. Sassy. You save with a natural 20. Arliss, how'd you do?
That was an 18.
An 18 saves. Octavius?
An unnatural 20.
Saves.
It's a freak of nature.
BB?
BB gets a 19.
19 saves? Wow, come on. Okay. Ka, what do you got?
5.
No! As the debilitating breath deals thunder damage in the amount of 18 points, halved if you saved. The Sapphire Dragon will now use its second attack to cast its, where'd it go? Its telekinetic fling. It is going to target you, Alabaster. This is a spell-like ability that will require a dexterity saving throw.
I mean, who didn't have a telekinetic fling in college? Am I right?
It's
Are you within 10 feet of me?
he is
so we
within
all came
10
out the
feet of
door?
you. Yep.
But you're a satyr anyway, so you don't even
I
need
am
it.
resistant. It's true. It is known, which means I have advantage. Ooh, that was significantly better. What kind of save was it?
Dexterity.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a 19.
19. As the telekinetic powers of the Sapphire Dragon like pick you up, you feel it try to just yeet you down the pyramid, but you break control. You will take half damage, which will be
I kind of want to see that.
4 points of psychic damage, but you don't get thrown off the pyramid.
It's the little things in life.
The dragon then bats its wings, roars once more as it attempts to charge its breath attack. Alabaster, it'll be your turn, then Octavius.
So after being somewhat blown back, I root myself. I did not skip leg day, and I gather myself and my energy, and I look up at it, and I once again pull this rather discordant-looking harmonica out of my pocket, and I, the dulcet tunes of "Oh Susanna" come drifting out because that's the only song I know, and it's the one that I play, thereby causing this. Oh no! Pause. Bonus action first, because that's important. Bonus action, I use unsettling words, and I just say, "Not today, you dragon," and I roll a bardic inspiration die to take away from its next saving throw.
Excellent. What's that number?
It is an 8.
An 8.
It came on D&D Beyond, so you can't argue it.
Wow.
And then I play the dulcet tunes of "Oh Susanna," and they must succeed on a DC 15 saving throw, become frightened of me for 1 minute.
Charisma?
Wisdom.
The dragon
-8.
rolls a 21 -8. It's not looking good. What's your spell save DC?
15.
15. The dragon
Afraid.
is scared of you. As
Excellent.
it sort of like kind of rears back on its two legs trying to get away from you. It's a little unstable on the top of that pyramid. Such a small harmonica dealing a dastardly effect onto the sapphire dragon.
And then in that case, for my free action, I will use my last potion of greater healing.
Okay.
And then I'm
Excellent. Octavius, it'll be your turn, then Ka.
Yeah, so I'd like to down that potion real quick.
Glug, 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 glug.
Glug, 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 glug. 5. So 4, 4, 2, 1, which is math. 11. 11 plus 4.
That's not too
which is
shabby.
15. That's not bad. That's not bad. So I kind of wipe it away and I say, "Don't worry, he scares me too." And I climb up onto the platform to attack her with this sword.
Awesome. You go ahead and make an athletics check to get into range. You will take an attack of opportunity moving one stage up.
That's okay. Athletics is 6 plus 7, 13.
13, you succeed. She comes at you with a sharpened sapphire claw.
Bring it. But be gentle.
She will hit you with a 24. She is not gentle. You are looking at 13 points of slashing damage.
Oh, that hurts so good.
Yeah, so it just tears through my crab armor a little bit. This is like the end of the Spider-Man movie where stuff is like broken up and you can see his face under his helmet.
Nice.
And I'm gonna swing at her with this Holy Avenger, and I say, "Let's get her."
Go ahead, make your attack with advantage since she's feared, and then that weapon comes out, her bane. She is extra frightened.
That is an 11 and a nat 20.
I shouldn't have done it. Why did I do it?
You gave it to me. So let me add some more damage here.
Okay.
Smite.
Let me.
Yeah, I'm gonna
add some more
smite too.
damage here.
This is gonna be bad.
I like that. Smite.
Yeah,
Smite.
Arliss.
No, I was
Smite.
wondering if he had slots left.
Let me count all of these. Okay, so I might need help. So let's see. 3 and 6 is 9. Plus 2 plus 4 is 15. Plus 6 is the slashing damage. So that's 21.
21
slashing. The radiant is going to be 26 from my smite. And then she'll take an additional 5 plus 9 is 14 plus 5. So 19 radiant from the sword.
Whew, holy moly.
And then I have one more attack.
Do you have any like vigorous cry you call out?
I'll say, "This is what happens when you don't have democracy." And I swing the sword as hard as I can.
Full circle.
We're doing this for democracy. Everyone out there, donate for democracy.
Donate for
Do
democracy.
everything, yes.
Donate.
We just hit 1,600 too on the donation pool, so we are still bringing in the support. That is so awesome.
Yeah, and then I want to swing again.
Swing away.
Do I have advantage on the second one or no?
No, as she like kind of gets it together a little bit, her legendary resistance is starting to shed off that fear.
Okay, so that's a 9 plus. Let's see, that's a 9 plus 9. This is an 18, and I'm gonna go ahead and use my channel divinity to add 10 for that, just in case.
You
So
would
that'd
have
be-
missed if it wasn't for that guided strike from
Yes.
the divine gods.
So that's a 20 something, and I'm out of.
20-something.
I can't do a divine smite because I've already done one. So that's 9 radiant damage and 10 slashing damage.
Yeah, between the slashing and radiant blasts from your dual attacks, you carve out a section of the sapphire dragon as it like hits the top of the pyramid and a loud like thud and like breaks and like scatters on the ground.
I would have kissed that knight if you didn't throw him in the river.
Sabella, the sapphire dragon, still in this fight more than you know, is ready to keep it going. Anything else, Octavius? Okay. Ka, it'll be your turn, then Arliss. And since Octavius hit the dragon with the magical sword, it is now susceptible to all attacks.
And you have advantage.
And you have advantage.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds 2nd level on myself.
Nice. Smart. Give it the old once over.
If I hop down, does she get an attack of opportunity or am I?
No, you'll be out of range if you want to pop down one tier.
Yes. Athletics?
Yeah, roll it.
11?
11, it's not flying, it's falling with style as you make your way, tumble a little bit down to the middle tier.
Okay. That's bonus action 100.
Awesome. As it gets marked by your magical targeting systems, I think you're ready to line up your shots.
No, I think I'm done. Cure Wounds was my action.
Awesome. Gearing up for the next round.
Yeah.
Do you want to move to like the side of the pyramid at all, or
If
stay?
I have any, yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just so
You
I'm
can
out of
move
it.
just around the corner there. Excellent. Kind of
Perfect.
splitting up the range of the group here. Nice. Arliss, it'll be your turn, then BB.
Arliss is going to just kind of yell down, great idea, Ka. And he's going to try to, as gracefully as possible, go down a tier, and he's going to flank around to the right side.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check yourself.
Okay, and that is a 17.
Call him graceful. Arliss drops down to the middle tier without issue.
Okay, so then from there, he is going to use a bonus action, and he starts to draw something into the air, and whispers, in a hex is put on the sapphire dragon, and it just looks like a skull, and courses through her body, and it's going to I'm going to choose strength.
Nice.
As the ability there. And then after that, I am going to point my rod and 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Excellent. Yeah, I imagine her semi-transparent sapphire body like tints like a deep, maybe purpley, like whitish hue as Arliss casts the hex on her.
24 and an 18.
24 hits, 18 bounces off her sapphire form.
Okay. So that's going to be that will be 11 points of damage, plus the hex is so 15 total points of damage with the
Nice.
Eldritch
Yeah.
Blast.
As your eldritch fireworks like blast above her, the residual arcane energy like burns her from the top as it lands on the backside of her. Excellent. Anything else, Arliss?
I'm just ducking for as much cover as I can.
Excellent. BB, it'll be your turn, then the sapphire dragon. BB, make a quick survival check for me.
That's not going to be great. Oh, wow. Yeah, I just looked at the die and that's a nat 1. And my survival is a +3. So
Unfortunately, still a little singed from the last breath attack. You don't gather any more information than what we've already reviewed. It's your turn.
I'm just picturing that like inner monologue in BB's head as she like looks at this thing and is like, huh. Yep, I have not gathered any more information about this situation. So what would put me at about 15 feet away from this dragon?
You dropping down to 1 tier. Well, because you want to attack with your quarterstaff, right? You're
Mhm.
probably about 15 feet away from it where you are right now.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna like use my movement to get around like maybe to the side of it, so maybe we aren't all lined up for a nice shot again, you know.
Yeah, you've got Ka on the left side, you've got Arliss on the right side, and then you and Octavius and Alabaster in the middle.
I'm gonna go around to the back side because I
Sure.
don't think
Yeah,
anyone's
you
behind
can
it
scoot
yet.
all the way down up to the back there. Boom, boom.
What, Rob, no spinning camera shot for me in the back? I'm just kidding.
We
Don't
should
move it.
have grabbed one of our mom's like cake turner boards or something. Yeah, there you
Nice,
go.
thank you. Yeah,
It'd
and
just be a
BB.
giant dragon butt in the center of the camera.
Give it up for Rob real
Oh,
quick with all the sleight of
yeah.
hand tonight, because I would be knocking that stuff over all day long. It's
Thank
really
you.
Plus, like, what a
talented.
nice hand. It's like a Zoolander style hand model, you know what I mean? So here goes with my quarterstaff.
Go ahead
Very
and roll
useful.
advantage with flanking since Octavius is on the opposite end for the strategic attack.
Cool. 23 to hit.
23 hits. Octavius, you like call around like, yes, hit her from the rear.
Yes.
Yep. So my quarterstaff is unfortunately only going to do 4 damage because I rolled another nat 1, but then my sneak attack will do 7. So big ol' 11 damage as I just, gently tap the dragon on the butt with my quarterstaff.
Which, if anything, is just makes the dragon very uncomfortable, taking awkward damage
sorry.
from BB. Excellent. The Sapphire Dragon did recharge its debilitating breath attack. Since you all have split up, it is going to roll randomly to determine which side it wants to attack.
It
1,
seems
2,
like a good
Oh,
place
you
to
should
mention
hit
that I wanted to
me.
bonus action hide.
1, 2, 3 down the center, which is Octavius and Alabaster. Both of you make dexterity saving throws against the high-pitched psionic breath attack.
It is a very admirable 10.
10 fails.
Solid 8.
A solid 8 also fails. Both of you will take the full brunt of this.
Roll them ones, baby.
Didn't we both get hit in the last one? I said like turning around to you.
It was very difficult.
It's coming in at 19 points of thunder damage. Both of you make Constitution saving throws.
It's gonna be one of those charity one shots where everybody dies.
I'm famous for those, don't you know?
All right, let's see.
Well, I mean, if you
Constitution.
know what you're doing, you don't die.
Ooh.
17.
Hey, Arliss, please. It's his first time playing, okay? 17 fails.
This is a 4,
Oh, I thought
and
this was a
I'm going to
Cthulhu
make
game.
sure that if I drop this sword, I drop it near Ka.
A 4 fails. Octavius, make an athletics check.
It is a 15.
So you and Alabaster get blasted with the breath attack. The residual effect that you both take full force of is getting frozen solid in magical crystal forms for the next round as you
Oof.
are stuck in place. But Octavius, as you felt yourself freezing in place, the encroaching magic, you take the sword, huck it down to Ka on the middle tier.
Swing it really hard.
You just threw a great sword to a gnome.
She's good at what she does.
Ka, as you look at the sword on the ground, you go to put your hand on it as it instantly attunes to you. It's bane and wanting to kill the dragon so bad it is willing to be in the hands of anyone who will take arms against the beast. And although the sword is probably 3 times your size, you find it very light as you hold it in both of your hands. The dragon will then take its next attack to do a tail attack against you, BB. And it will hit you. BB, the tail will slam you for 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Alabaster.
Yeah, uncanny dodge that and just like shift the tail aside with my quarterstaff.
As you partly, counter the tail, parry it. Alabaster, make a Constitution saving throw. You're muted.
I didn't make the save against the
You
freeze with a 17.
Stay frozen.
Okay.
Octavius, Constitution saving throw.
Wait, well, hold on.
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
Sorry, my con save was 15.
15 fails.
Okay. 15 fails.
Well, I would like to give you some good news, but it is but a 14, which is lower than even his.
You remain frozen. Ka, the dragon is in kill range. Half the party is frozen. The other half is fighting a sapphire tail. Your moment to shine is here.
Yeah. She looks at the sword like, okay. She tries to climb up the side of the wall to get it within range.
Go ahead and make an athletics check to scale this wall.
It's 19.
A 19, you jump up to the top tier melee range next to a frozen, encased in crystals Octavius. He's still in the motion of like throwing the sword to you.
Oh no.
You will get advantage on your attack roll with flanking because BB is still on the opposite end. Take the Holy Avenger Sword of Dragon Slaying and make your attacks.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what to roll. I only have a.
Octavius, you got those bonuses up on the Holy Avenger?
Yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a +3 to attacks and damage rolls.
So
For the Holy Avenger.
Ka, you're going to add your strength bonus and your proficiency bonus on top of that +3.
I should have got a rapier. I'm so sorry.
Well, I rolled 19.
19 is a
Nice.
hit.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So I don't have to do any math. And then
It's
what do I roll?
2d6 for the
Okay.
damage,
Okay.
and then you'll also get a 2d10 on top of that,
Okay.
and then 3 on top of that, plus your strength.
And just hold on.
sorry.
5 for the 2d6.
Okay.
D10.
Ooh.
Okay. What was the last one? And +3?
And plus
At the
3,
end?
yeah. And then if you have a strength score above 0, you'll add that.
Ooh. Okay. 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. I kid you not, the dragon had 17 points left.
Yes.
Ka, describe to me the killing blow as you literally pass 2 of your companions frozen in that debilitating breath attack. A sword much bigger than you that you should not be able to wield swings true in your hands. Give it to us.
Lifts the sword, closes her eyes, swings down and hits the toe.
And as you hit that toe, it cracks. That crack continues to spider web up the sapphire dragon's crystalline form. And as it looks down at you, rearing its head back, it shatters in a million pieces as small sapphire shrapnel drips and cascades down the side of the pyramid. As it does, the gem of life in its true form resonates back onto the top of the pyramid, just in time for it to expel its healing waves of arcane energy. It re-terraforms the kingdom, healing all of those that were cast in frozen crystalline magic, enriching the lands and bringing everyone back to safety.
As soon as I see any of this happening and any of the ice beginning to melt around Alabaster's head or face area, as soon as that part is revealed, I'm like climbing as fast as I can up there, and then I'm going to go up there and kiss him right on the mouth as the ice is disintegrating.
Rest of the ice immediately melts off.
I saved you.
It's the kiss of true
It's the
love.
kiss of true
It's
love.
true love's
All that
kids.
tension. It makes sense now.
Hey, Rob, can we get the camera circle just around me and Arliss?
The Michael Bay shot.
The mongoose blushes.
Don't want to close my eyes.
Kind of hands the sword back to Octavius.
Thank you. There's a knight at the bottom of the swamp that I have to go kiss as well. They should be unthawing any second now, and they'll be very confused.
Call it a dragon being slayed. Call it the magical energy from the Gem of Life. The sassy squabble between Alabaster and Arliss is left to the side as the kingdom has been restored. The king and queen and all their subjects back to life. You all did it. You recovered the jewel of Geodoria. Woo! Excellent.
Huzzah.
Celebratory pocket oysters all around.
They are warm.
With the
They are stinky.
pinkies.
Warm and moist. Thank you guys for playing. It was super fun. Thank you everyone for watching this stream, being a part of our event today. Thank you so much for donating to the Dragon-Fall Foundation. Do we have a quick final total of what we raised? I know we hit the 1,600 mark. It was an amazing turnout of support. I cannot thank you enough. All of your donations will do great things for the people in need and the people that the foundation supports. With that, we will take it away. Thanks again for being part of this and tuning in. And I'm sure you'll be hearing from Dragon-Fall again.
Thank you.